Monopoly is not a good game. It's in the name. Someone always comes out on top and dominates while everyone else suffers. How do you get to the top? Through dumb luck. That's what this game is all about. Dumb luck. That's annoying in itself, but now you could say, isn't this a great way for kids to become acquainted with the reality of capitalism? No, it is not, because in reality, it's not just dumb luck. There are several other very important factors at play that are not captured in this game, and so it gives kids the false impression that they could make it with just dumb luck. Well, they can't. It's not just dumb luck. And I sure hope you didn't think I was gonna say skill now. No, it's most definitely not skill that's needed. It's a mixture of starting out with way more money than everybody else and a ruthless, overblown ego combined with an asshole personality. Because no one who cares about other people will ever end up in a position where they make money off the backs of these other people. Treat others as you would like to be treated. Do you think anyone who feels this in their bones could run a company where other people suffer in shit conditions for shit pay while they themselves cash out like crazy? The simple truth is that if you're not willing to let other people suffer for your gain, then you won't ever be a billionaire. If you care about other people, like you should, like any good, decent human being would, then you'd build a company where everyone is treated well and everyone gets a fair share. And then your fairly priced products would have to compete in the open market with all the companies run by sociopaths who don't pay fair wages, who don't care about the quality of materials, and who would literally walk over dead bodies for money and power. And the more you keep wages down and the more money is taken out of active circulation by billionaires to be parked in their private investments, the more people have to make do with less, the more people are forced to buy the shitty cheap products offered by these shitty companies. You see how the entire system is rigged? Rigged in their favor? How everything is set up for the worst of us to come out on top? And don't even get me started on f***ing neoliberalism. It's the end game of capitalism. Free markets over everything, as little government intervention as possible, trickle-down economics. It's as if the plan was to see how far we could take this horrible system if we let the worst of the worst write the rules. Why don't we just shoot all the kind and decent people? Ah, right, because we still need them to do all the actual work. And that's why Monopoly sucks. It's not a good game because it's all just based on dumb luck. And it's not a good teaching tool because it doesn't go far enough. Pick one player who starts with 100 times the usual starting money, while all other players start with not even enough to buy a single lot. Now you're a step closer to reality, but now it's also even less fun to play. No reskin can fix this game. They tried 300 times. I am not kidding. But that's not even the end of the story. If you look into the history of Monopoly to try and find out who would create such a horrible game, you find that Monopoly is based on another game called the Landlord's Game. This was designed by Elizabeth McGee around 1902 to be a practical demonstration of the present system of land grabbing with all its usual outcomes and consequences. The purpose of her game was to demonstrate how rents enrich property owners and impoverish tenants. And the game actually came with two sets of rules. The monopolist rules, similar to what we all know from Monopoly, where the single richest player wins, and anti-monopolist rules called single tax rules, where the game is won when the player with the least money doubles their original stake. This demonstrated that there was a better way, a way where everyone benefits and not just the most ruthless come out on top. Her intent was for children to play the different rule sets and internalize how one system is unjust, so that they would grow up with that understanding and become part of the solution. So how perverse a twist is it that Barker Brothers bought the patent from her after buying the copyright to a version by Charles Darrow who essentially copied her rule set, and then focused exclusively on players competing to bankrupt each other and turned that into one of the most successful board games ever with about 275 million copies sold. What a sad story about the state of our society. Put the box where it belongs.